Hello friends, and welcome to our YouTube channel, Top Book Summary. Just imagine waking up one morning and discovering that there's nothing left in your bank account. You're drowning in debt, and every month begins with anxiety. Will you be able to pay your rent this month? Will you afford your children's school fees? Can you even fill your car with fuel? Now think about this. What if there was a clear plan that could pull you out of this pit of poverty and debt? A system that could completely transform your financial life? Would you follow it? Dave Ramsey's book, The Total Money Makeover, is made for people exactly like that. Those who want to move from financial destruction to true financial freedom. People who are ready to take the right path and never look back. The author himself was once bankrupt, drowning in lakhs worth of debt. But he created a system, followed it, and today, he is one of America's most trusted financial coaches. In this book, he shares a step-by-step plan that anyone can follow to become wealthy. And the best part? There's no shortcut, no tricks, just truth and discipline. The book lays out 7 baby steps that every person should take to change their financial future. Let's dive into baby step number 1. Step 1. Build an emergency fund immediately. Dave says your first priority should be to save around $75,000 as your emergency fund. This fund is like your personal fire brigade. Whenever life throws an unexpected expense, a medical emergency, car trouble, or sudden job loss, this fund will protect you. Many people think paying off debt should come before saving, but Dave clearly says, if you aren't prepared for emergencies, you'll fall into more debt again and again. And remember, this fund should not be invested in the stock market or locked into any risky option. Keep it in a liquid form like your savings account so it can be accessed instantly. What if you don't have $75,000 right now? Dave says, start cutting unnecessary expenses. Save every month, even if it's a small amount, until you reach your goal. Step 2. Eliminate all your debts with full force. Once your emergency fund is in place, your next mission is to get out of debt aggressively. Dave calls this the debt snowball method. List out all your debts: credit cards, personal loans, money owed to friends, from the smallest to the largest. Then focus all your energy on paying off the smallest debt first. Make minimum payments on the rest, but attack that smallest one with everything you've got. Once it's gone, use that freed up money to pay the next one, and so on. Just like a snowball grows as it rolls downhill, your payments will grow with momentum and your confidence will skyrocket. Dave says, debt is a mental illness, and getting out of it is a mental victory. Step 3. Complete your emergency fund. Now that you've eliminated your debt, you must build a full emergency fund that can cover 3 to 6 months of living expenses. This is for long-term financial protection like job loss, a major illness, or any serious emergency. And just like before, keep this money safe, not invested. It should be quickly accessible when needed. Step 4. Start investing. With your debt gone and your emergency fund ready, it's time to start building wealth. Dave recommends investing 15% of your income into long-term options. He believes mutual funds are a great option, especially those with a strong long-term track record and trustworthy management. However, do your research. Invest wisely, not blindly, and only invest in real estate with cash, not loans. Dave says borrowing money to buy property is foolish. Step 5. Plan for your children's education. As a parent, your biggest responsibility is ensuring your children have access to education without debt. Open a special education savings account if your children are still young. In India, there are options like Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana, PPF, and education-focused mutual funds. These help your children study without taking loans. Step 6. Pay off your home loan early. If you've taken out a home loan, it's time to wipe that out too. Many believe slow repayment is okay, but Dave says loan is loan. Whether big or small. Start making extra payments every month. Cut down on luxuries and eliminate the loan as quickly as possible. Once your home is truly yours, you'll feel a deep sense of peace and stability that no money can buy. Step 7. Grow your wealth and give back. Now you're completely debt-free. You have emergency funds, active investments, and no home loan. It's time to focus on wealth multiplication and generosity. Dave says, start giving, help others. True wealth is about changing lives, not just your own, but others too. Can invest in new properties, start a business, or build more financial systems. But your top priorities should be stability, service, and purpose. The truth is, most people never see a large part of the money they earn in their lifetime. Why? Because it vanishes into interest, debt, and credit card bills. Then they say, money just doesn't last. But Dave says, the problem isn't money. The problem is your mindset. Until you change your thinking, even $1 million will vanish from your hands. Strong savings lead to something even more valuable: peace of mind. Because the greatest wealth is the one that brings peace within. Now let's explore the real-life challenges and special strategies by Dave Ramsey that can strengthen the foundation of your financial life. In real life, the biggest roadblocks are often your habits. Dave says managing money isn't a math problem, it's a behavior problem. Everyone knows they should save money, avoid debt, and invest. But what do most people do? They swipe their credit cards, prioritize spending over saving, and keep delaying investments. That's why this book's main goal is to change your behavior. Let's now look at those small but powerful changes that can bring massive transformation to your life. Point 1. Create a budget. Tell your money where to go. Dave says your budget should be ready before the month begins. And it's not just a list of expenses, it's your written command of where every rupee should go. He calls it a zero-based budget. That means every single rupee must be assigned a purpose, either spending, saving, or investing. No money should just sit idle without purpose. 2. Use cash. Stay away from plastic. One of the most radical tips in this book is use cash. Dave believes credit cards and digital payments disconnect us emotionally from spending. When you hand over a 500 note, it stings. But when you swipe a card, your brain doesn't feel a thing. So Dave advises, use cash for all spending. Create envelopes for each expense: groceries, fuel, entertainment. Each month, put a fixed amount in each envelope and spend only from it. When the envelope is empty, spending stops. No borrowing, no credit cards. 3. Get an accountability partner. Change is hard when done alone. So Dave says find a friend, spouse, or partner to walk this path with you. Sit together each month. Plan the budget, check progress, and review debt. This brings both responsibility and motivation. If you're married, this journey is incomplete without your spouse. You both must walk this financial path as a team. 4. Celebrate milestones, but wisely. When you pay off a debt or reach a financial goal, celebrate it. But not by splurging on expensive dinners or a new phone. Instead, enjoy small joys like going on a picnic with family or buying a book that inspires you. Celebration keeps you motivated and on track. 5. From zero to hero. Real stories of change. This system works. In the book, Dave shares stories of hundreds of people who were in deep financial trouble. Some had 10 to 15 lakh in credit card debt. Some had homes about to be foreclosed. Some had lost their jobs. But they followed the system with full sincerity. They took small steps, paid off their debts, built savings, learned to invest, gave up show-off expenses. And eventually, they achieved financial peace and stability. 6. True success is mental freedom. People often think success is about money. But Dave says true success is when you stop chasing money and money starts following you. When you live without stress. When every month starts with confidence, not fear. When your children study debt-free. When you fall sick and don't need to borrow for treatment. When you can help others freely without hesitation. That's the real goal of the Total Money Makeover. 7. What if you don't follow the system? Now imagine, what if you read this book but change nothing? You'll keep paying debts every month. One emergency will break you. Retirement will arrive with an empty bank account. You'll take loans for your children's education. You'll live every day under pressure. But if you make the decision now, yes, the beginning will be tough. You'll sacrifice a little comfort. But the financial freedom you'll gain later is priceless. So what should you do now? Take a sheet of paper. Write down your financial situation. List all your debts. List all your expenses. Create your first budget. And start with baby step number 1. Build a $75,000 emergency fund. Remember, even a small step in the right direction brings you much closer to your destination. The true magic of the Total Money Makeover lies not in reading it, but in living it every single day. Every step, every piece of advice in this book has deep wisdom, not just about money, but about life itself. Now let's discuss some common behavioral challenges that stop people from continuing this journey, and the solutions that help you stay strong. First, remember this: whenever you start something new in life, your old habits are the biggest wall in your way. The greatest strength of this book is, it helps break those old habits and create new, empowering ones. Let's now explore the 5 biggest challenges people face on their money journey. Once you gain full control of your money, everything changes. Step 4 is create a debt snowball chart. Take a blank sheet of paper and list all your debts, from smallest to largest. Next to each debt, write the total amount owed and the minimum monthly payment. Now, every month, focus all your energy on paying off the smallest debt first, while continuing minimum payments on all others. When the smallest debt is gone, apply that full amount to the next one, just like a snowball gaining size as it rolls downhill. With each debt paid off, your momentum and confidence will grow. Step 5 is, build a vision board. At some point on this journey, your motivation may drop. That's when your vision board becomes your reminder. Write your goals and post them where you'll see them daily. I want to live a debt-free life. I want to educate my children without loans. I want to buy a house for my parents. Read these goals every morning. Ask yourself every night, did I take one step toward this today? When your goals stay in front of you, quitting is no longer an option. Now let's hear some real-life stories, people who turned this book into a blueprint for life. These stories prove that even ordinary people with limited income can create a financial transformation beyond imagination. The first story is of Suresh and Radha, a middle-class couple. Suresh worked in a private company, and Radha was a schoolteacher. Their combined income was about underscore per month. Yet they ended every month in debt. They had 3 credit cards and a personal loan of 2 lakhs. One day, Suresh watched a YouTube video about the Total Money Makeover. That day, they decided to change their lives. They created a budget, listed every single expense. Radha pawned her jewelry to create an emergency fund, and Suresh sold his bike to pay off one credit card. Each month, they focused on just one debt. After 3 years, they are completely debt-free. They now have over 1 lakh in their emergency fund and have started investing in mutual funds. Radha says, this book is like a temple for them, a place that gave them a new life. The second story is of Rohit, a young man working at a call center in Delhi. He loved expensive phones, fancy dinners, and traveling with friends. That's why he was juggling 3 to 4 EMIs every month. When he lost his job, his life fell apart. A friend gave him this book and said, if you really want to change your life, read this and follow it. Rohit read the book 3 times a day. Then he sold all non-essential items, his phone, bike, and distanced himself from distracting friends. Today, 3 years later, He works at a software company, is debt-free, invests 20% of his income, and has even built a house for his parents in his village. He says, "If I hadn't read this book on time, I'd still be drowning in debt and stress." So why is this book so powerful? Reason 1. It makes no false promises. It won't tell you that you'll become a millionaire in a month. It doesn't say you'll get rich through a lottery or scam. It simply tells you the truth, that only discipline over time leads to real financial freedom. Reason 2. It's simple and clear. Where to start, what to do, and why. Every step is explained in a way anyone can understand and apply today. Reason 3. This book isn't about earning money. It's about managing money. Many people know how to earn, but very few know how to handle it. And that's the biggest reason why most people stay poor. Dave Ramsey teaches us that if you can take control of your money, there's no force in the world that can keep you in debt. Now let's go over some small but powerful rules taken from this book's real-life wisdom. Repeat these daily, and your financial mindset will change forever. Rule 1. Spend less than you earn. This is the oldest and most essential rule, but in today's world, people live far beyond their means. If you're not able to save at least 50% of your income, it's a clear sign that something is seriously wrong. Rule 2. Hate debt. Dave says debt is a mental illness. Thinking of it as small is a huge mistake. Credit cards, loans, EMIs, they're all part of the same trap. If you want true freedom, your first step must be to eliminate debt. Rule 3. Learn to live in cash. It may sound strange in the digital age, but using cash gives you real control over spending. When you see your money leaving your hand, you finally understand its true value. Rule 4. Invest patiently. Investing isn't gambling. It's a deliberate, disciplined path. Start early, even with small amounts. Over time, those small investments grow big. Rule 5. Always keep learning. The world of money is always changing. New rules, new tools, new opportunities. If you stop learning, you'll fall behind. So read a new book each month. Watch one video that strengthens your financial intelligence. Now, as we come to the end of this book, the most important truth is this: listening or reading is not enough. You must take action. Right now, take a paper and pen. Write down your full financial picture, list your debts, create a budget, and begin with baby step. #1. You don't need to be a millionaire or wait for the perfect formula. You only need 3 things: the courage to face the truth, the discipline to take small, honest steps daily, and the patience to stick with it over time. Dave Ramsey reminds us, true wealth isn't about show-off. It's about that freedom where you sleep peacefully at night without loans, without stress. The day you pay off your first debt, you don't just feel relief, you gain self-confidence. And when you pay off your last debt, you gain more than financial freedom. You free your mind. You can give your children a bright future. You can give your parents the comfort they deserve. You can help others in need. And most importantly, you can rebuild yourself. So now the choice is yours. Will you continue to live that life where each month begins with fear? Or will you take your first step toward change today? Remember, even the longest journey begins with a single step. And maybe, just maybe, that step could change your entire life. If this video inspired you, then don't wait. Make your budget today, list your debts, and take that first small step that leads to financial freedom. Because until you take the first step, no path will open. You can change. You can rewrite your family's financial story. And one day you too can say with pride, I gave myself a total money makeover. If you found this video valuable and want to bring financial freedom into your life, then share it with your friends and family. In the comments, tell us, which part of this book moved you the most? Are you ready to be debt-free? If yes, then comment below, I'm ready. And to receive more life-changing book summaries like this one, subscribe to our channel, PowerBookSummaries, and hit the bell icon so you're the first to know when our next powerful video drops. Always remember, change begins with a decision. So, have you made that decision?